By most accounts, Jennifer Lawrence has had a dream career. An Academy Award-winning actress, she's the face of several blockbuster films and franchises. But she also spends time on independent passion projects. A balancing act, she says, is harder than it looks. Here's ABC's Michael Strahan.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Do you know what's going on?
It's not a secret that Jennifer Lawrence can give an out-of-this-world performance. And her new movie, Passengers, proves just that.
It's the most original story I've seen in a really long time.
This can't be happening. We have to go back to sleep.
In the thought-provoking sci-fi thriller, Lawrence plays Aurora, a young woman embarking on a 120-year voyage to a distant colony planet. She and fellow passenger Jim are supposed to be hibernating, but wake up too soon.
We woke up 90 years too soon.
With co-star Chris Pratt, the A-list duo teaming up in this physically demanding movie.
I can't complain because Chris had to do most of the space anti-gravity stuff where he's like pretending that there's no gravity when he's wearing a 75.
Harness?
Yeah, he's wearing a 75-pound suit that's being held up by his underwear. And I'm like, I was wet for 12 hours a day for a week, so I don't feel good complaining about, because I really couldn't physically do the space stuff. Once I got in the suit, they were like, lift your arms and pretend like you're floating. And I was like, that's just not possible. And then, you know, Chris would have to lift his arms up and pretend like it was zero gravity. And then they wanted me to do that. And I was like, well, no.
Pratt showing off his battle wounds on Instagram.
Do you like that physical? Because some of your other roles have been very physical.
No. Once I finished Hunger Games, I was like, done. I don't want to, I'm like done doing stunts. I don't like them. They're strenuous. They're stressful. I'm always afraid. I'm very paranoid, so I'm always afraid I'm going to get hurt.
But you're so good.
I'm just saying this in case there's somebody who wants to cast me for another action movie.
Wow.
You clean up pretty good yourself.
Pratt and Lawrence proved to have good chemistry on screen and an even better sense of humor off.
I got to work with her, and now she's my best friend.
We're mortal enemies.
No.
Pratt posting a series of prank Instagrams, cropping Lawrence out of several photos during their press tour.
Hello.
On screen, Lawrence and Pratt find romance during their travels.
You two look fine this evening.
We're on a date.
Very nice.
You and Chris are literally in this movie together on screen, hours.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of pressure in itself, too.
When you watch it, you really realize, I mean, it's primarily just us. I've never been in a movie like that.
Saw this movie, made me think so much about if I would be able to pack up like your character Aurora did and just move away and leave behind my family and friends. Do you think that's something you'd be able to do?
I can't see like just saying goodbye to everyone I know and love and just piecing out. I mean, by the time you land, everyone you know is dead. So that's really intense. I think the journey sounds amazing. If I could bring people, maybe I would.
And if there's one person you had to be stuck with on a ship for 90 years, who is it?
Well, I had experience with kind of being stuck on a ship with Chris Pratt. I mean, we were stuck on a set for over 16 hours a day for 4 months in Atlanta together, and that worked out great.
J-Law's journey has been a fast and steady one, striking box office goals, starring in Oscar-winning films like Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, come on, please!
Calm down, crazy. I volunteer as tribute.
But it was the Hunger Games franchise which made the 26-year-old actress a household name.
Because you're not involved with a franchise anymore, do you feel a little bit more freedom in the roles that you have more time? You feel like you have more time?
I feel more freedom. I feel more pressure, because before it was like just finding one movie a year in between franchises. Now it's like I feel like I've like everything that comes out. It's like really my decision. There's like a lot of weight.
Yeah, so it's not like, okay, the first one they like, the second one, they, you know, people are going to go see it.
But here comes a Hunger Games movie and you'll totally forget about it. Now that safety buffer is gone.
But that's actually surprising to hear, because I think most people would look at you and they would say, oh boy, look at her. She has such confidence in herself. Everything she touches is successful. She doesn't get nervous at all. She doesn't have any stress about the movie that she chooses because she's just going to knock it out. People are going to go see it.
No, there's a lot of, first of all, those people are crazy. Where are they? No, it's a lot of pressure, and I definitely feel it's hard to strike a balance.
The A-lister finds that balance when she speaks her mind, expressing her opinions and using her public platform to discuss topics some celebrities typically shy away from.
I think the only times I've really spoken up about things is when I don't really see another option.
In this emotional post-election letter, Lawrence writes, "Do not let this defeat you. Let this enrage you. Let it motivate you. Let this be the fire you didn't have before. If you are an immigrant, if you are a person of color, if you are LGBTQ+, if you are a woman, don't be afraid. Be loud."
It was important for me to, voice myself. And also this election, it was really powerful. It was really big and had a lot of feelings.
You seem to have an opinion, yet you seem to be able to fit it in within your career without some of the worries I think it seems other people have.
I mean, I do have the worries. There's just sometimes it's very. I definitely do not judge anyone for never wanting to talk about issues or never wanting to, because it's really hard. Not everyone's going to agree with you, and people are very vocal. And also, my job depends on everyone going to see my movie, not just people who agree with my opinion. And I definitely didn't mean to speak to only people who voted for Hillary. I meant to just speak to the divide in America, because I think for any presidential candidate, being very extreme is scary, left or right. An extreme candidate is scary because it can divide the country, and that's scary.
Politics aside, Lawrence continues to charm her fans around the world. And while she has tackled a wide range of roles, Lawrence says this project is unlike anything she's ever done before.
I think the depth and the story, I think it's going to surprise people the same way it surprised me.
For Nightline, I'm Michael Strahan in New York.